Приветствую вас, дорогие друзья, с вами Елена Шкуд, и сейчас рядом со мной Макс Саймон, мой коуч, мой ментор, человек, у которого я учусь, и человек, который, на мой взгляд, действительно на практике привнес духовность, которая у него есть, которую он изучал, духовные практики, принес в свой бизнес. И этому он учит других людей. И у меня есть к нему некоторые вопросы, которые, я думаю, вам тоже будут интересны. Thank you, Max, for this time and for agreeing to say a few words to Russian women. And my first question is about business and spirituality. And I know that you brought these two things in your business. And would you say a few words about that?
Yeah. You know, I think in life it's very easy to get very focused on certain things. And so in the business world, that focus tends to be on making money and on how do I generate the most money possible. And I believe in that focus when it's merged with how do I have an incredible life? How do I serve people in a deep way? How do I share my gifts? How do I be the kind of person in the world that I desire to be and that inspires and motivates other people? And all of those dialogues are more spiritual dialogues. Mm-hmm. They're more conversations around, your essence, your soul, your unique path on the world, the way that you manage your energy. And so I think that if we don't bring these two dialogues together, you have business that feels kind of empty and singular focused and becomes dry and uninspiring, or you have people that are very beautiful souls that don't have any money or any freedom or any impact in the world. So I just figured it's a good idea to bring them together. And that when we do that, it's more interesting and fun and successful.
Yeah. And I know you have so many spiritual practices, and how you bring them in your business in particular.
Well, gosh, that's a long question to answer, but I would say that the most significant one is just following what feels true. And feels is a very important word in that, and true is an important word, because in business so much of the time we're just trying to overanalyze everything. And it's a very logical, unemotional, intellectual process. And again, there's value in that. But what happens is we often make decisions that are disconnected from what feels right, what feels like what we want to do, what feels alive, what feels courageous to us. So we have to be closer to feeling, which is a certain practice, like how do I feel more deeply? And then what's true, which is not the way our parents have done it, or the way that other people have done it, or the way the media says we do it, but what's actually the way that's true for me? How do I want to communicate? What do I want to create? What feels real? And so following, feeling truth is an incredible spiritual practice for just daily life, but then in business it helps really shape the direction of, well, everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what would you have to say to women who do some spiritual practices and who feel that they know a lot and they have this desire and this call to help the others, but they just don't know how to help the others? What would you tell them?
Well, obviously I believe very strongly in finding people who are a step ahead of you and then doing everything in your power to learn and grow from them. And so, I think everybody has to understand that it's possible to have all these gifts and all this knowledge and wisdom and a great heart, and to be able to do something with it that impacts other people and a lot of other people and provides for yourself financially and from a space of freedom. So once you know that that's possible, then the next thing to do is to find the people that can help you create it. And if you bring this sense of certainty that it's possible for you, and you find then the people that can help you move it forward, you got to do that.
Yeah, and it's kind of responsibility to do that, not just keep it within you. Yeah. Is it true?
Well, again, it's kind of a personal choice. I mean, it might be true for some people that it's okay to keep it in them, and fine. But for me, and I imagine for you and for many of the people watching, there's a certain pain that happens when you feel like you want to give and you are not doing it. And if the pain of that sense of feeling inadequate with your gifts overrides your discomfort of stepping into something new, well, then it's time to actually go and do something about it.
Yeah. And I know that many women, when they want to serve and they kind of used to help their family, friends, and they don't feel that it's right to charge for that, for their service. And I know you have so big and deep philosophy around that. What would you say about that?
Well, I guess I always look at things holistically. You know, it's very easy when somebody's saying, like, I don't know if I can charge more for my services or raise my rates, to get very focused on that singular dialogue. But I like to kind of blow everything up. And when you blow everything up, you look at, well, does that really serve other people? Does that serve your family? Does that serve your mission? Does that even feel good to you? And as soon as you expand that conversation, you realize that the answer is almost always no if you're not creating a healthy financial exchange, because you can't, hire anybody else to fuel the vision forward. You can't provide for your family. People don't commit in the way that they do when they're invested in something. You don't feel like you're valuing yourself or your services or what you do appropriately. The whole kind of ecosystem falls apart. So it is a more kind of a logical way of looking at it, but if you just step back for a moment and you see, like, what really serves this holistic picture of what I want to see happen in the world. Raising your rates, charging more, bringing money in, all that's really valuable. And, you move that block out of the way and all of a sudden you realize your level of service and impact in the world multiplies 1,000 times over.
Thank you. And if you have just few words to say Russian women, so what would it be?
Well, I'd probably say this to any women or men. I think it does come back to what feels true for you watching this. And if you sense that you are here on earth to do something that contributes, and that you feel actually it's true for you to receive more financial abundance for doing it, and that you're discontent with the way that your current circumstances are unfolding, just follow that, and particularly find the people and the communities that believe that with you. Because it's very difficult to take yourself out of a place of untruth alone. But once you find people that share that value and share that wisdom and also know how to help get you from there to here, don't let any of your excuses or limitations stop you from moving forward.
Thank you so much for this and for everything you are doing in this world. And I know that you are a really great example of doing the truth, the real truth within you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Это было наше интервью с Максом Саймоном. С вами была Елена Шкуд. Спасибо.